Good morning, everybody. It's me, Tommy. I'm still here in Fernwood at the Haunted Mansion. I'm still working on my batteries right now because they're so screwed up. We'll see what happens right now. First thing in the morning, I tried hooking up the shore charger right there to the batteries, and the shore power was not working. I don't think it recognized the batteries. The batteries were dead. And then I hooked up the solar controller and it started charging. And then I saw the shore power go on again and it started charging. But it finished charging in like 3 minutes. So I think the batteries are dead. When I'm watching the display on the solar charger, it keeps on going from 14.4 and sometimes it goes to 14.7. And I see that I still have a little charge coming in. The display keeps on saying everything's okay. I do have that blinking light thinking that I don't have complete solar right now, but it does show the display that solar is coming in, and I don't have a load connected, and it's connected at 14.4 volts. So right now I'm heading to AutoZone. I gotta get me a fuse tap to make a new 12 volt line to my DC to DC charger. So I hope that works, because that blue and white wire, it's dead. And I can't go Easter egging in all those fuses to see what's bad. So we'll get a new fuse. So right now I'm at Spears Hardware. I'm picking up wood. I already got like 5 2x4s and 1 4x4 in the truck right now. And I'm gonna make a new bed frame. It's good to be here over at Spears Hardware though, because it's cheaper than Home Depot and Lowe's. All this wood actually cost me like $96, which isn't bad compared to Lowe's and Home Depot, because they were charging like $11 for a 2x4. That is crazy. Come on, I could get a 2x4 for $5 in some places. I have the guy coming out with the 1x6s I'm making the bed frame out of, and they're 16 foot long, so they're gonna be hanging out of my van. So I just bought one of these fuse tap things. I'm gonna put this fuse tap into my fuse panel to replace that blue and white wire that I can't find any information about. So I don't know what fuse it goes to. And I'll take that red wire that I'm putting into the fuse panel and run it to my Renogy 20 amp DC to DC charger and see if that kicks on too. I just want to make sure that's working, because I'm checking all these different parts just to make sure that anything that happened could just be the batteries. I don't know if it could be the batteries. I think it might be a random short, because if you think that if it was the batteries, when I see swelling, when I see some sign of failure or a smell or the top exploding, something like that. So, trying to go on as day as normal, and I know solar is running right now, so if I run the fan, it could be just running off the solar. I'm trying to make sure every charging output works, and then I'll see if I need to replace the batteries. If I do need to replace the batteries, I will go on Amazon, and I saw that Chin's battery is 100 amps and it's going for $500. Now 100 amps at $500 is not ideal, and you could go up to 300 amps for about $1,200, I believe, and that's even more ideal. But the reason being, I might be able to get a warranty on it or something like that. Also, it'll be here quicker than those Chinese batteries. Now here's my little hack thing that I'm doing today. So I'm taking this terminal strip right here. I'm going to file it down. I'm going to make this into a single bit that will fit into my fuse panel so I could power my DC to DC charger, because I need that 12 volt trigger, And this seems to be the easiest way. I tried to get a fuse tap, but they don't sell the right size fuse tap. So this is what I'm doing, and I'll put a fuse on the end of this. I just need that 12 volts. Here's the end result. See, I took 1/2 off the terminal strip. Then I'm going to use this fused inline thing, and then we'll do the power to the trigger of the DC to DC charger. Well, you can see the shore power is charged into my van right there, plugged in. I'll tell you why. So here's the story. Apparently, I tried everything. One thing, to start my batteries, I tried hooking in the solar. It said battery had insufficient power. I also had the shore charger powering up. It wasn't doing anything. So I disconnected the solar. Shore charger wasn't powering anything. Put back in the solar controller. It went straight up to 14.3 or so volts on the solar charger. And the NOCO Genius charger said it was full. I also ran the fan on my van all day with the solar panels on, seeing if I could see a deviation or not. So as I did that, everything worked until I was working on my DC to DC charger. I went in, found the fuse that I could put a wire into, made a terminal, ran it all the way back, put it into the D plus terminal, and after I did that, I heard the DC to DC charger click on. So I knew I was charging through 3 different outlets. But as I was doing that, I turned off the ignition so I wasn't getting charged by the alternator or the battery. I accidentally kneeled onto the solar cable, yanking it out of the solar controller. And then I heard my fan power down, 0. The solar controller said 0 volts, and also there was no voltage coming from the batteries. So my next try right now is to remove the BMS from the batteries and straight forward to see if I can put a charge on any of the batteries. So anyway, when I kneeled on the solar controller power, it yanked it out and I saw the voltage drop. So now there's no voltage on the batteries. So my only thing that I'm thinking that's a positive is to actually charge straight onto the batteries to see if the batteries are even working. Because it could just be a faulty BMS for all I know. Maybe it's just shutting down. I do not know. I'm going to double check all the wiring on the batteries and stuff like that. Worst case scenario, I'm going to go onto Amazon and I'm going to order another battery for my van. And this is going to be a 300 watt battery. And I tell you what, if I could get my referral account set up, I will list the link below. That way you can find the battery easier and I might make some money because this damn thing is costing me too much. I think this BMS is screwed up because one of the things I just did is I yanked out the solar and everything shut down. No power whatsoever. And I'm going, oh my God, what could be going wrong? I took off the negative off the shunt to battery from the shunt. I hooked it back on, shunt restarted, the BMS restarted. Right now, 12.9 volts on my batteries. 12.8 right now. I don't see it going down any further yet, but as you can see, there's probably a problem with the BMS because the BMS isn't paying attention to certain grounds or something. I don't know for sure, or the BMS is just broken itself and it's throwing off all my readings right now. So I don't know if I should get a new BMS, charge all the batteries without the BMS, or some other solution right now. I tell you what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna end the video right now because it is like 100 degrees out here right now, especially inside the van. Still didn't go to 12.7, so I think the batteries are holding. The other thing I wanted to say is we got all the wood here to build the bed, but since the heat is up, I don't really feel like doing that right now. So maybe when it's a little more overcast or when the sun goes behind the trees or something like that. But I appreciate everyone for watching the videos. Please subscribe, like the videos, and comment anything you want to comment about my situation or in life in general. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.